Hello and welcome to the back streets of Penang. I'm up by the Penang Hill, walking back to the funicular cable car thing, which I want to talk about, which is kind of funny. And then I also want to talk about two things: coffee shop and this funicular Penang Hill thing. It's like 4 p.m. I tried making one of these daily V's earlier as I was waiting for the bus, and it just didn't turn out good at all. So I was like, let's just do it again. So yeah, it's day 2, I think, full day 2 in Penang. I yesterday went to Cafe in the Morning, which I think was part of the video, and then I did like a little exploration photo walk throughout the day. And it's so, like I said yesterday, it's so different. It gives me some vibes of like Europe, but like Asian, Southeast Asian style. And this actually, I just went to this Buddhist temple, Kekloksi, I think, and the view reminded me of, and this like area reminded me of Barcelona, like up over that hill. I forget where it was, but I went to this whatever the main like hill thing is, and then on the other side of that, super local, almost no tourists at all. And yeah, I like that area a lot, and it feels very similar. So speaking of coffee shops, one of the things that I was thinking about yesterday and this morning was, because I'm more in vacation mode, like, which feels more like do activities and explore and do touristy things. You know, I was feeling a little bit of friction with the idea of going to a coffee shop, because I think I've associated coffee shops with work or like focused mode. But I don't know. I went anyway. I went to a different one this morning, did some journaling, sat at this like big, like 2, 4, 8 person table, and this group of 5 was like a grandma and 2 kids. They were waiting for like the parents to order, and the grandma was like, oh, like, can we sit here? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And started a conversation. I was like, oh, where are you from? Turns out they're from Switzerland. And then the parents came, and it was this group of 5, and we just started talking for like 45 minutes about travel and Southeast Asia, and it was just such a good experience. And you know, I was journaling before they came about how I just like coffee shops. I just like the vibe, the environment, just like waking up, that first sip of coffee, espresso, whatever it is, the people, the hustle and bustle, the baristas making coffee, the like novelty of the new environment. Yeah. And I don't know, back in Denver, like whatever, 2021, I started going to coffee shops by choice. And I think as I was reflecting on it, and I think it makes sense. It makes sense that when I'm in vacation mode, I choose to go to a coffee shop and wake up and journal in a coffee shop, because like that's how it started, you know? So I don't know. Maybe if you've been to a coffee shop, maybe you know you know the vibe that I'm talking about. But I don't know. I had some journaling in there. It's just a morning in a coffee shop with coffee, journaling. It's just like top experiences of the day. And I was saying in the other video, the one that I didn't post, that I was like feeling some friction because, you know, I also want to do activities. But I think it's not mutually exclusive. I can do a coffee shop and do activities. But anyway, onto this funicular thing. So speaking of doing activities, I ate lunch at the cafe, and then I came to this Penang Hill. Sorry, my phone overheated. I was saying how just coming to this Penang Hill, my ChatGPT itinerary recommendation was to come here early in the morning to beat the crowds, and I kind of made a last-minute decision to come here like midday. It's like 2-3 p.m. and did zero planning. I didn't even like look up the website, and so I just showed up, and it's like, hi, I'd like a ticket, and she was like, oh, the wait's 2 hours. She's like, I recommend you come back between 6:15 and 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh, okay. And I feel like that's just a really good representation of how I travel. And so still trying to figure out how to balance that line between like pre-planning, because like obviously it would have been nice to pre-plan in this instance, but yeah, so we're gonna give it a go. Try number 2. See if we can get up the mountain this time. See you tomorrow.